Poshmark has data. Like, are you kidding me? We have been asking and wanting this forever. I am so beyond excited. However, stop. I want you guys to be very mindful in how you're using this. And in today's video, while I'm super ecstatic and I think there's great potential in it, there's definitely things that could be fixed, and I'm not going to be using it to make business decisions. I'm excited that it's in the app. I think it's a great start. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. So kudos to you, Poshmark. Definitely outperformed or definitely exceeded my expectations in this, but I'm still not going to be using it in my Poshmark reselling business. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you why I'm not going to be using it and why you should be cautious in using it as well. I'm going to start with, so this is a dashboard, right? A dashboard is essentially just putting together all of the information so it's easy for you to read. The purpose of a dashboard is you should be able to look at it within minutes, if not seconds, and be able to make decisions. And it kind of falls short there. There's some charts that are helpful. We're going to get into why it's not really that helpful and how there's a lot of charts and graphs, but it doesn't really tell you what you need to know. So first, let's start with how you get there. The purpose of this video is not going to be a tutorial. I'm not talking about all of the different charts and how to navigate through it and what they each individually mean. I will link a video down below. Tori from Girly Girl Styles, amazing content creator, so definitely follow her, but she has put together a video that's more like that. So if you want a tutorial, definitely head on over and check that out. But I will kind of show you how to get there. So if you come up here, it's going to be the same on the app. You come up here, you scroll down to order activity, and then you come over to closet insights. On the app, you can just go to the main page where you can find everything, and then it's just closet insights. So this is really exciting. I mean, we now have monthly numbers, right? We only had a number before. There's also net earnings. This is taking out, your fees. Yes, your 20% fees. It definitely exceeded my expectations. I will say that. So I don't want this to be a, mean review of it, but I do want you guys to be really mindful of, while there's lots of graphs and charts, is it actually something that you can be using to make decisions on? I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to. It is nice that you can do this compared to your prior period. The one thing I don't really like about this chart, and this is going to be my first reason that I'm not really using it, you can compare to the prior period. So you can compare October to September. You don't have any more control over that. So how is your summer compared to your winter? You did something, you started a new strategy in October, and how does it compare to what you were doing in August? So it does have a little bit of filtering. You can do month, day, week, year, 12 months. This is a complete side note, but something that I noticed. So I'm looking at my previous time period to my current year, and it's oddly similar, the seasonality of it. It dips off in summer, comes back up in the fall, completely dips off in November and December. Everyone says quarter four is where it's at. That's not been my history. We'll see if that proves in the future. Complete side note, but I thought that was interesting. I'm interested to see if your guys is doing that too, or if it just happens to be me and maybe it's when I'm working more. But so the next two things, and if you guys follow my channel, these are not going to be a big surprise to you, but there's a reason that I look at these metrics, because they can help you make decisions about your business. And the two metrics is your average sale price and your sell-through rate. So average sale price, Poshmark did put average sale price into a lot of their graphs and charts. I'm going to share two charts with you that I kind of wish that they had put the average sale price into, because otherwise these charts are really not useful. So this is your order insight. This is going to be how many sales came from different types of strategies that you're doing. One thing I'm going to note too is if you have an automatic bundle discount, so you can go in and say, hey, if anybody bundles, they automatically get 20%. This will be a buy it now order. So keep that in mind if you're doing a discount. Why I'm a little disappointed in this is I can't make a decision from this. A business decision. I can look at this chart, and obviously for me, I'm interested to know what your guys' charts look like too, so let me know. But obviously for me, 75% of my sales are coming from offers. But what does that tell me about my money? Yes, if I give you an offer of 90% off, I'm likely going to make a lot of sales that way. But am I actually making any money? And that's where, as a business on Poshmark, I want to know, yes, I can make sales this way, but is it going to bring me any money? And that's a big reason that I'm still going to continue to use my dashboard. I will link coupon codes down below if you guys want to as well. But this dashboard not only breaks out your percent of sales by type, but it also has your average sale price. So if you try a new strategy and you're giving 90% off your items and your average sale price is now $4, you're spending $6 on inventory, you're actually losing money. All right, so those are two kind of nitpicky things, to be completely honest. But this one is the biggest reason that I am not going to be using Poshmark to make my business decisions. And that is sell-through rate. Knowing that you make a lot of sales, knowing that, I'll show you charts in a minute, but knowing that you make a lot of sales, but not knowing how many you have doesn't actually tell you how you're performing. I will link a video up here. It's a quick video on why sell-through rate is so important. But sell-through rate is how many items you have sold out of how many items that you have for sale. And I'll show you an example of how the Poshmark data is failing us in not showing us this metrics. If you are selling a lot simply because you have a lot, you're also spending a lot and could be losing money. All right, so I am looking at 1 year worth. I am looking at the sales insight, track your closet sales by category. I mean, this is pretty cool. I'm actually really surprised that they went to this level of detail. I think it can be useful. But I want you guys to be cautious and either take one step further, or I'm still going to use my dashboard because it tracks this stuff as well, but actually tells me helpful information in a quick manner. But we're looking at 1 year and we're looking at sales. So this is telling me these categories, I have sold this amount of money in this category in a year. And you can see here, visually, they did a nice job visually. My top selling category is tops. And so if I strictly used Poshmark data and said, hey, I'm selling a lot of tops, that's what I've sold the most of, I'm going to go buy more tops, you could be failing yourself. You could be harming your business and you could be spending more money than you need to. And this is why. If you look at my Sarah Styles Sales and Trends dashboard, so if you're new to the channel, this is a Google Sheets. You copy and paste your data into it. You can use it for all platforms as well. So this has my eBay as well as my Poshmark information in it. But if you look at this and you're now looking at your sell-through rate versus your average profit, you can look at this chart and within seconds, I can tell up here what has my highest average sell rate. So what is selling the best of what I have purchased, how much of it is selling. 100% sell-through rate means I am selling 100% of what I purchased. Even if I only have 5 items, that is my top performing category. And then in the chart, you attach it to average sale price. And so now I know a high average sell-through rate, a high average sell price. I can look at this chart and within seconds, I can know what those categories are. So let's look over here and you look at tops. Anything down in this bottom corner has my lowest average sale price and my lowest sell-through rate. And what do you know? Tops is down in this corner. The bubble is larger. So what this is telling me is I'm selling the most tops. I am sold the most dollar amount of tops. And that's strictly because I have a lot of tops. And so if I went out and bought more tops, I would actually just continue to have more tops sitting. I'm selling a lot because I have a lot of them, but they are not performing well for me. And you can't tell that in the Poshmark data. If you don't have the dashboard, Poshmark does give you this information, and I'll show you how to figure it out. But the purpose of a dashboard is for you to be able to quickly look at it and within seconds make decisions. I'm going to show you how to kind of do a workaround, but it's going to be very time consuming. and why I'm going to continue to use my dashboard and not necessarily Poshmark data. So if you come in here, you can scroll down. We were looking at my tops, how many have sold. They also have a section for brands and then also categories, and you could go in and see how many you have available. So you could go through and figure out, say, this is how many I've sold for the time period, this is how many I have available for the time period, and you could figure out your sell-through rate. So it's better than it used to be, where you used to have to not know or export a CSV file and know how to use Excel or put it into a dashboard like mine, but it's just not quite there. And I want you guys to be very mindful when you're using this data that your sell-through rate is super important, because you could be selling a lot simply because you have it, which means that you're spending a lot on inventory that's not selling. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you'd like this video, I will link a how to make money playlist here, and then make sure to subscribe.